thought of leaving everything I knew, even the nightmare, made my skin go cold. But I nodded. I didn't cry. Not then. The last thing I heard before leaving was my mother's voice through the wall. "She's lying," she said. "Maria, that babysitter, poisoned her." My daughter would never say these things. "She's confused. She's dramatic. You'll see." And Marcus, his voice was calm, measured. "Like always, we just want our little girl back," he told them. "We'll do whatever it takes." But I knew better now. I knew what monsters sounded like when they were trying to wear the skin of angels. The drive to the foster home was silent, except for the hum of the car and the occasional scribble of Jennifer's pen against her clipboard. She said it wasn't forever, just until they knew I was safe. But forever didn't sound so bad if it meant never hearing his footsteps again. The house sat at the edge of town, quiet and trimmed with vines that clung to the wooden rails like children holding hands. An older couple lived there, Lawrence and Diane. They had silver hair and warm smiles and a way of moving that made the air feel gentle. Diane opened the door before we even knocked, as if she'd been waiting for me. No questions, no fuss, just a soft hug and a promise. "You're safe here, darling. You're safe." Inside, the scent of baked cookies and lemon-scented polish swirled in the air. Photos lined the hallway, smiling kids of every age and background, frozen in time, each one a reminder that this was a house that had seen heartbreak, and somehow turned it into shelter. My room was small, clean, a twin bed with yellow sheets, a dresser with 3 drawers, a window that opened without needing permission, and no lock on the door. I didn't sleep that first night. I couldn't. Every time the floor creaked, my body tensed. I flinched at the wind. Waited for a shadow that never came. Around midnight, Diane knocked gently and peeked in. She didn't ask what was wrong. She just placed a mug of warm milk on the nightstand, sat beside me, and hummed softly until my eyes finally closed. The days that followed were filled with questions. Too many questions from too many people, most of whom didn't know how to hide the pity in their eyes. Social workers, therapists, investigators. I had to tell my story again, and again, each time like peeling back a bandage that hadn't finished scabbing. Some people cried, some scribbled furiously, some just nodded with tired eyes, but none of them made it stop. Meanwhile, back in the world I had escaped. Marcus and my mother were building their defense. They hired a man named Philip, all slicked hair and expensive suits, who painted me as a troubled child acting out because my biological dad had left. He said I had attachment issues. Said Elena, the babysitter, had filled my head with lies out of jealousy. Supervised visits were arranged, cold rooms with plastic chairs and a staff member watching like a hawk. My mother would cry on cue. She'd say she missed me, that she forgave me, that all I had to do was tell the truth and I could come home. Sometimes she brought photo albums. Sometimes she brought gifts. Always, she brought guilt.